Hello, everyone. Have you ever studied English for years, learned all the grammar rules, memorized countless vocabulary words, and then found yourself in a conversation with a native speaker and felt completely lost? You think to yourself, I know these words, but why can't I understand them? It's a common and incredibly frustrating experience. The truth is, native speakers don't speak like the textbooks. We shorten words, link sounds together, and drop sounds entirely. And that's exactly what we're going to tackle today. In the next few minutes, I'm going to give you some powerful, actionable tips to help you bridge that gap between textbook English and real-world English.
My first tip is to start listening for chunks, not individual words. When we speak quickly, we often blend words together. For example, want to becomes wanna, going to becomes gonna, and got to becomes gotta. We don't consciously think about this. It just happens naturally. It's like a single sound. So instead of trying to hear want and then to, train your ear to hear the single sound wanna. Let's look at some more examples. Instead of hearing I want to go, you'll hear I wanna go. Are you going to do that becomes are you gonna do that? And I have to leave often sounds like I gotta leave. These aren't slang words, they're simply the natural result of spoken language. By recognizing these common chunks, you'll be able to process spoken English much faster. Next, let's talk about the visual aspect of language. My second tip is to watch mouth movements. We communicate not just with our voices, but with our faces. Think about it. Certain sounds require specific mouth shapes. For example, the th sound in the and think requires your tongue to be between your teeth. The p sound in pop requires your lips to close and then open. By watching a person's mouth, you're getting a second layer of information that can help you decode what they're saying. Have you ever tried to have a conversation with someone who is whispering or speaking from another room? It's much harder to understand them, right? This isn't just because of the volume, it's because you can't see their mouth. When a sound is difficult to hear or an accent is new to you, the visual cue of a person's mouth can provide the context you need to understand. It's like using subtitles on a difficult movie, but with a real person. So where can you practice this? YouTube tutorials, movies, and even TV shows are excellent resources. Look for videos where the speaker's face is clearly visible. Pay attention to how their lips and tongue move when they make different sounds. This isn't just about listening, it's about seeing the language in action.
Now for my third and most powerful tip, practice shadowing. What is shadowing? It's an active listening technique where you repeat what you hear immediately after you hear it. Think of it like being an echo. You listen to a sentence or a phrase and you repeat it, mimicking the native speaker's intonation, rhythm, and speed as closely as you can.
Shadowing is so effective because it connects your ears to your mouth. You're not just passively listening, you're actively producing the sounds. It helps you develop muscle memory for the sounds and rhythm of the language. It forces you to pay close attention to the small details of pronunciation that you might otherwise miss, like the subtle way a word ends or how a sound links to the next one.
So how do you start shadowing? It's simple. Find a short audio clip from a podcast, a news report, or a YouTube video. Listen to it a few times to get the general idea. Then, play it again, and start speaking along with the speaker, trying to match their rhythm and tone. It will feel awkward at first, but with practice, it will become easier and more natural.
My fourth tip is to use subtitles wisely. Subtitles can be a fantastic learning tool, but they can also be a crutch. If you're always reading the subtitles in your native language, your brain is doing the easy work and you're not actually training your ear. The goal is to train your ear to understand the spoken language directly. So here's a smart way to use them. When you're just starting, use subtitles in your native language to get the gist of a conversation. Once you feel more confident, switch to English subtitles. This allows you to match the sounds you're hearing with the words you're reading. And finally, when you're ready, turn the subtitles off entirely. You'll be amazed at how much you can understand without them. Finally, my last tip is a simple but powerful one. Use the tools at your disposal to slow down the audio. YouTube, Many podcast players and language learning apps all have a feature that allows you to slow down the playback speed. It's an absolute game changer. By listening at 0.75x or even 0.5x speed, you give your brain a chance to process each individual word and sound before they blend together. The beauty of this is that it allows you to hear the words and sounds that were previously a blur. Once you've understood a sentence at a slower speed, you can gradually increase the speed until you can understand it at a normal pace. It's a fantastic way to train your ear and build your confidence.
So, to recap, the next time you find yourself struggling to understand a native speaker, don't panic. Remember these 5 simple but powerful tips. Listen for chunks, watch mouth movements, practice shadowing, use subtitles wisely, and don't be afraid to slow down the audio. Start with just one of these tips today, and I promise you'll start to see a difference. You have the tools, you have the knowledge. The only thing left to do is to start practicing. Your next great conversation is just a few wannas and gunnas away. Stay tuned to your English Toolbox for more videos to come. And please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.